G'day everyone, my name's Cautious Pancake, and today we're looking at the Aid the Afflicted quest, which is the second new quest for the mod I'm working on. At its core, this quest is a reverse fetch, where you are required to craft medical items for fellow survivors of the zombie apocalypse. Since they are hurt, they can't come and get it from you, so we're going to have to clear a POI and use the courier satchel to leave the medical items there for them. The survivors did manage to sneak in earlier before the zombies showed up though, and leave payment waiting.
Each day is a blessing. I have a dilemma and could use some assistance. You're the man.
After taking the quest from the trader, you can see that the first objective is to get the medical supplies required. This is to allow you to craft, loot, or purchase the required items before heading out to the POI. I didn't want people getting out there only to find they were short of an item. In the case for Tier 1, you'll need 5 bandages, 2 first aid bandages, and 2 splints. Since I've just finished the intro quest and looted a few bits and pieces on the way over to the trader, I don't have much, but I do have enough cloth and duct tape in my storage outside for the bandages and the splints. I've still got 1 first aid bandage from the start of the game, but since I can't craft the second and I don't have any aloe cream anyway, I'm going to have to go and find one somewhere. While I head off to the west, which was the direction of the quest POI, and start looking for a bandage which will hopefully show up in an easily accessible ambulance somewhere, let's take a quick look at the items required for each of the tiers of this quest. Tier 1 is obviously the 5 bandages, 2 first aid bandages, and 2 splints. Note that I originally had 2 aloe cream instead of the first aid bandages, but when testing I found that aloe was really rare to find in drops, at least in the forest, and a complete non-issue if you're in the desert, so I've changed it over to first aid bandages. Since you can't craft these at the beginning though, it can be a bit of a challenge to find them in loot, but they are far more common than aloe from what I've seen. For Tier 2, you'll need 5 first aid bandages, 3 fort bites, and 4 splints. Tier 3 goes to 10 first aid bandages, 2 herbal antibiotics, and 2 plaster casts. Tier 4 steps it up to 5 first aid kits, 2 antibiotics, and 5 first aid bandages. And finally, Tier 5 requires 10 first aid kits, 5 antibiotics, and 3 steroids. Now that I've finally found a bandage, let's head on over to the quest market. Kicking off the quest at the POI, we first need to clear the zombies out. Since the survivors we want to help are hurt, we can't have them trying to fight off zombies as well. While doing this, you might notice that some trader satchels are visible. They'll come into play later though, and if you try and loot them during the clear phase, they will be empty. With the zombies taken care of, it's time to locate the actual trader satchel. And once that's done, the items will automatically be taken from your inventory and placed into the satchel. Noting that for you sneaky thieves out there, no, you can't just take them back. Your rewards, since they were also in the satchel, are automatically placed into your inventory or dropped on the ground if your inventory is full. Speaking of rewards, since you don't return to the trader and don't have a say in the reward you are given, from Tier 2 onward you will automatically get 2 rewards, one for the tier that you're on and one from the tiers below. So completing a Tier 3 for example, you'll get a Tier 3 appropriate reward and either a Tier 1 or Tier 2 random reward to go along with it. And since there's no need to return to the trader after you've already been rewarded and paid, this is a great quest to take if you want to do something else afterwards like a treasure map or supply drop. Note that this quest also has protection to stop you from trying to complete the quest with items and then sneak them into nearby storage so that when you finally grab the trader satchel, you don't actually have them on you. so no keeping the mats and taking the rewards anyway. As you see, it will force you to pick up the items one by one and automatically take them as soon as you pick them up. So that's the quest for aiding the afflicted. If you're a fan of this new quest, please leave me a like. And a question that I would like to leave with you is, if I also did a version of this quest for cooking called Feeding the Famished, or gathering mechanical parts called Saving the Scrap, should the quest title and description tell you which it is so that you know before selecting the quest? Or should the quest title and description remain generic to make it a bit more random and challenging so you don't know ahead of time what is needed until you accept the quest? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this or anything else about the quest, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see the next one. As always, thanks for watching and happy building.